Death is something every human will face. Yet, what truly happens inside the brain in those final moments remains one of the greatest mysteries of medical science. In this video, we will explore, step by step, how the human brain reacts just before death. This is not mythology. This is science. The brain is the most powerful organ in the human body. Although it makes up only about 2% of our total body weight, it consumes nearly 20% of the oxygen we breathe. So when the heart begins to slow or suddenly stops, the brain is the first organ to suffer. Within seconds of reduced blood flow, oxygen levels in the brain begin to fall. This condition is known as hypoxia. At first, brain cells attempt to adapt. They switch to emergency survival modes. Electrical signals weaken. Communication between neurons becomes unstable. This happens silently. You don't feel pain immediately, but the countdown has begun. Around 10 seconds after oxygen supply drops, consciousness starts to fade. Vision may blur. Sounds become distant. The world feels unreal. This is why people who faint often describe a spinning sensation or darkness closing in from the edges of their vision. The brain is struggling to stay awake, but something extraordinary happens next. Instead of shutting down quietly, the brain releases a sudden burst of activity. Medical studies using EEG scans have shown a brief spike in high-frequency brain waves, especially gamma waves, just before loss of consciousness. These waves are normally associated with memory, awareness, and perception. This may explain why many people report their entire life flashing before their eyes. Memories appear rapidly. Faces, voices, moments from childhood, emotional experiences long forgotten. The brain, in its final effort, may be trying to make sense of everything at once. It is not random. It is organized chaos. As oxygen levels drop further, the brain releases powerful chemicals. Endorphins, natural painkillers, flood the nervous system. Dopamine creates feelings of calm or detachment. Fear begins to fade. This chemical response may be the brain's way of protecting us from panic during the final moments. This is where near-death experiences may begin. Many people who survive cardiac arrest describe remarkably similar experiences. They speak of tunnels of light, a feeling of floating, a sense of peace. Sometimes encounters with loved ones who have passed away. Science suggests these experiences are not supernatural, but neurological. They are the brain's response to extreme stress and oxygen deprivation. As the minutes pass, the brain loses control over the body. Muscles relax completely. Reflexes disappear. Speech becomes impossible. Interestingly, hearing is often the last sense to fade. Some patients who were later revived reported hearing voices or sounds even when they could not move or respond. At around 3 minutes, without oxygen, the situation becomes critical. Brain cells begin to suffer irreversible damage. Neurons swell. Cell membranes break down. Communication pathways collapse. This damage does not happen all at once, but spreads like falling dominoes. By 5 minutes, without oxygen, large areas of the brain may be permanently destroyed. Electrical activity becomes weak, then unstable, and finally silent. On medical monitors, this appears as a flat EEG line. This is known as electrical silence. At this stage, consciousness is no longer possible. The brain can no longer generate thoughts, memories, or awareness. Even if the heart is restarted, the damage may already be too severe. This is why rapid medical intervention is critical during cardiac arrest. Eventually, the brainstem shuts down. The brainstem controls breathing, heartbeat regulation, and reflexes. When it stops functioning, spontaneous breathing ceases completely. There is no response to pain, no pupil reaction, no brainstem reflexes. This moment is known as brain death. Medically and legally, this is considered death. Even if machines continue to keep the heart beating, the body may appear alive, but the person is gone. One of the most unsettling discoveries in modern medicine is that the brain does not always shut down instantly. In some cases, measurable brain activity has been detected briefly even after the heart stops. This suggests that death is not a single moment, but a process, a gradual fading, not a sudden switch. So what does the brain feel before death? Science suggests it may not be fear or pain, but confusion, detachment, and calm. The brain's final act may be to shield us from suffering, to soften the transition. Despite decades of research, many questions remain unanswered. Does consciousness truly end when brain activity stops? Or is there something we still cannot measure? Science continues to explore these mysteries. But for now, the final moments of the brain remain one of the deepest unknowns. Death is inevitable, but understanding it helps us understand life itself. And perhaps, in knowing how the brain ends, we learn how precious every moment of awareness truly is.